back into the game. And this is the Forrest Sherman, which is a tier 10 USN or American destroyer. Let's go ahead and take a look at the build viewer. So she's known because she's got HE and SAP as options. Very quick reloading guns, but they're single barrel, so there's only 3 shells at a time being launched. Her torpedo arcs are really weird. You're probably not going to hit anything with them, but you might feel okay about it. I don't know. She's got American smoke, and she does have hydroacoustic search, which I believe can detect ships at 5 kilometer. Yes, 5 kilometer. So she can absolutely take advantage of people that don't understand that. Try to push her while she's in smoke. Radar or hydro's up, boom. And she's just a buzzsaw. She really is. So
she's also very slow and sluggish, though.
As a balancing factor, she is kind of a very slow, sluggish destroyer. That is very true, Grunty. Absolutely correct.
With mech concealment as well.
Her concealment with concealment expert. Wait, hold on.
He doesn't have it on the commander.
Does not have concealment expert, but we're looking at 7 kilometer, 7 and change range, and with concealment that would get it probably closer to 6 something. But
6'5",
yeah,
I think.
Not the greatest of concealment. And then look at the rudder shift time at 5 seconds for a destroyer. That's quite high. Turning circle's okay. Yeah, you're right. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at SFNL's build in the ship. He's got with him main armaments mod 1, engine room protection, aiming systems, propulsion, concealment, and main battery mod 3. Pretty much everything you would put on a gunboat destroyer that depends a lot on smoke. And you can see consumables are smoke generator, hydroacoustic search, defensive anti-air fire. The torpedoes on the Sherman drive you crazy. Really,
I think he has set it up more for open water than for smoke. Just judging by the fact that he didn't take the concealment.
So,
and, like,
he does have Fearless Brawler. And Fearless Brawler depends on you being open water to get any real use out of it. And SFL says, this is not how you play the boat. Great. Most people, I think, are probably better off going Concealment Expert than Fearless Brawler. You can see your concealment is at 6.5 instead of 7.23.
Here's also the thing, she only has 2 smoke space and he didn't take Superintendent. So that really drives towards open water.
Okay. Okay. Fair. Yeah, you're not going to use the smoke unless you absolutely need to, especially that last one, the second smoke. So for commander skills, you've got preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, main battery, adrenaline rush, main gun range. Yeah, so this is just a full gun, like long range gun build.
This is basically what you would use on a Lucian too, maybe.
Yeah.
If
or
you go
French destroyer.
Go the concealment. Or French destroyer, yeah.
Or maybe even a Soviet gunboat destroyer. But yeah, I mean, it's just...
I would take Superintendent on those because...
Yeah, probably too. Drop my boss for Super.
I mean, I can see it like pure open water gunboat like this. Also what you could do on a German ones. I just don't feel comfortable in it because the Sherman is quite big and she's so sluggish. You're really relying on the fact that you can stop and go dodge and don't get shot at by too many ships because it's not that hard to hit a Sherman.
You're really dependent on a teammate that's going to tank the shots for you. So you want somebody to be closer to the battle, in a sense. Well, we'll see how SFNL chooses to play it. You've got Juliet Charlie for anti-det. Fire chance, although generally I would expect you to be shooting more SAP than HE. Okay. Hydroacoustic search time, smoke time. You only have 2. You might as well make them last as long as possible. Shift speed, consumables, and anti-air.
Yeah, the A is quite good.
Yeah.
Like the problem with the build, like the main issue is like you need someone in front of you that spots or can deal with the enemy destroyer, or at least spots the enemy destroyers. Because with you making your concealment worse and your slow speed, you're not gonna hunt down an enemy destroyer. You can kill it if it's spotted, but you need someone else to find that destroyer.
And I agree, Zeka. I would not use an AFT or the gun range on Marceau. You could maybe use it on Clay Bear, but yeah, I wouldn't use that on Marceau. All right, let's get into the replay then and see how the game develops. SF,
Why wouldn't you use
is there a death pick in this? Why wouldn't you use what?
gun range on French destroyers?
Well, Marceau is different than Kleber. Kleber,
I wouldn't use it on the Marceau, but I would use it on the Clever.
Kleber, as Zeka says, already has pretty good range, so you don't necessarily need it. Okay, I understand that. But Marceau, no, because the arcs are so painful.
I need intelligence data.
Alright, my wife just came in and dropped a package off, so that's exciting. Now, SF immediately heading in towards the islands here makes me feel like he's kind of already saying what he's trying to do. He's going to use the island to block incoming fire, and he wants to just kind of fire over those as he needs to. And knowing SF, he likes to play in at very early times. We're talking about like 3 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. Central, like times when nobody's really on except people from other regions of the world, and you saw some of that chatter going on there. He's going to immediately open up on a Yamato at maximum. Someone says, I prefer Russian destroyers for long-range work. The French are better knife fighters. I would agree.
If the French, like, had a better turret traverse, maybe,
So you got the Sherman to open up. I might shoot the Soyuz here instead of the Yamato. Yamato DCPs anyways, but I might have shot the Soyuz to try to get him on fire too. So you can get both of them on cooldown. As it stands right now, you got your fire, go to the Soyuz. There you go. A lot of time wasted looking at the torpedo. I really don't think you're going to get much of your torpedoes. French destroyers are better as fast assassins? Yeah. I would agree. Alright, Soyuz DC... Look like the DCP? Yeah. Hydro on. You're worried about torpedoes?
I mean, there is a sub on this flank, right? At least it started on the flank.
You would expect one to be. Shimakaze spotted in the middle cap. Okay. Generally, I don't worry about subs unless I'm being pinged by them.
Well done, Commander.
Was it all the damage you took from Malta rockets because you were not paying attention?
He took a good amount of damage from Malta rockets, yeah. But he continues to tick up damage, 70k.
Anti-aircraft guns.
I mean, that's the dream scenario, just sitting there being able to farm down on 2 battleships without getting shot back, except for that Malta, right?
Well, and he's about to farm even more because Soyuz is here. There's the Balau. Schlieffen actually finds him on Hydro. Alright, there's your smoke. Makes sense. You know you're going to be detected all this time. You might as well smoke. There goes the Schlieffen. Oof. Okay. I'd stay on the Soyuz right now. Looked for a minute like he was flooding, so you might be getting some sticky fires on him.
Yeah,
he shoots too, which is
right?
great. Yeah. So, this is good. You're switching to SAP? Switching over to Chicago.
I would
What's
have
up, famous
finished that
potatoes?
Soyuz.
Mm-hmm. All right, there's the DCP, or the fire's burned out, one of the two.
Yeah, I think you would have had it already dead if you just kept shooting him. The Jimmy wasn't even at a good angle.
Rip your gato. Two fires, just as he's running away. And Soyuz dies to Colombo. Go figure.
That's the
Attention. Reporting the target
Oh,
position.
enemy Sherman?
torpedoes? Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Wow, big hits.
That was
Not enough to kill him though.
What was he thinking? Like he knew you were there in that smoke that close.
I don't know.
Problem solved,
Like,
sir.
He just went and charged your daring. And your daring didn't die, which is also funny.
Very, very questionable.
Yep. Meanwhile, the Yamato is there, and you're just gonna go bully him too. This is crazy because I haven't played a ton of. Wait, you're using sap? HE, dude, why are you using sap? You're trying to pen the bow. I would do that if I set him on fire and he DCP'd. And then I would be trying to pen the stern because there's just more area for your shells to land.
Yeah. Between the misses and the shatters and
Yeah.
ricochets, I don't think that was worth it. That
You're
aim
getting the
is also too
superstructure
low.
now. It would be too much to ask Wargaming to give the Sherman the same torp launching as the British battleships. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the ability to like turn after it launches and stuff. Always want you leaving, wanting AP. Well, this Yamato is actually kind of melting, crazily enough.
I still think that aim is too low.
You did switch to HE. You got the fire going. I probably agree with you in general, Grunty. Look at your ribbons, and what you do is you look at the ribbons. It gives you an idea of just how much you're penning and whatnot.
Well done, Commander. Well done, Commander. Well done, Commander.
What do you think it was capping A here, though? That has to be the submarine, right? So
The Blau? Yeah, I would think it's the
my
Blau.
Hydra would be on, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. You're not detected, so that's the only reason why maybe it's okay.
Yeah, but still, like, there's a chance the submarine has him detected with the hydrophone and has launched torpedoes in that area.
You're at 11 a.m. HST. Is that Hong Kong Standard Time? Are you playing on the Asia server? Oh, Hawaii Standard Time.
these-
Okay, duh, sorry. Well, it's not a crazy time for you at 11 a.m., but Hawaii time 11 a.m. is probably... Actually, that's not so bad, yeah. It's not so bad. Yeah, exactly, right. That's what I mean, it's not so bad. Weird. Okay. Santa great time. I mean, Yamato's still alive. I'm surprised you've kind of ignored him after this, but... okay, or you can just... torp his last known and... flood him out? Hello?
Oh my.
Okay. Whatever. Now you got a Burgon to deal with. Here's where you could use your last smoke and just farm the Burgon while you have teammates around to spot him for you. You don't even need smoke, you got the island. Look at this.
Where? Yeah.
Nope, now you're detected.
The Burgon is not looking at him, so...
He is now. Please tell me you're holding down left mouse button, not like rapidly clicking it. No one expects Sherman Torps, right?
I just find it crazy how much you can shoot open water.
Yeah.
And nobody is shooting you back.
Well, that's SFNL's brand. He just does stupid things that
if I try this,
mere
I'm
mortals
dead.
can't make happen. Wow. He's even gonna take
these
torps from the carrier. Yep.
This battleship's just sitting there taking it, like...
Oh, there's the rune. I like the switching to SAP for the rune.
Would go back to the Burgon, he disappeared.
I agree. We're gone with HE. Get him back on fire again.
Smoke screen set.
But SF has, obviously has a clear lock on the rune CLR, so might as well just make him regret so many things in life. Wow. There's the HE. Nope, he died anyway. Sherman Torps are the best thing about the ship? Why? I mean, I guess if they can hit something, sure, but...
I don't think I've ever hit a torpedo in a Sherman.
Once or twice for me. Well, you guys are tied up on ships right now. Landing torps is the minigame. True,
Anti-aircraft
true.
gun crews are on full alert.
Malta's coming in for you.
That's another crazy thing, right? The Malta did so much damage to it at the start of the game and then decided
ignored
to
it.
ignore him. Yeah. Like...
Yep, torpedoes
if
do
my
help
first
gauging
rocket-
speed, right?
If my first attack into a destroyer takes like half his hit points, you bet that I'm coming back.
You're gonna
for
keep
him.
going. Yeah, right, exactly. Well, Rune is probably dead to the carrier. Yep.
Like, I get it, like the Sherman would not be my preferred target to go after in a CV just because the AA is kind of decent.
Yeah.
But you already hit it for half of the rockets. You probably stripped some AA off it too with that hit, so...
Oh, sub found. It's a good thing you've got a Colombo and a North Carolina there that can... Oh, never mind. Shotgunning is not a thing, guys. Don't worry. Trust. Yeah, I agree with slowing down. You're gonna get out of the cap before otherwise.
Well, my question to you is, if shotgunning according to them is a non-issue, and for us it doesn't exist, why are they changing submarines and acknowledge shotgunning's a problem?
I know, right?
No questions.
What shotgun again? Lol.
By the way, that Balao should have died for that shotgun though, because like there were two battleships in range with the ASW.
Uh-huh. I don't think the North Carolina's ASW is ready for it. Anyway, anti-air is off, which is good. You're going after the Malta with its carpet AP bomber, so that's actually good too. good. You might even use defensive end. I mean, you've only got 2 charges left, but you could even do it there just to try to kill a few more planes. They don't kill the North Carolinas easily. I don't know. Team play. All that.
I would save the defensive AA for the plane types that are actually problematic for himself. Like
He
for
wants
the
at least
rockets and
one
the
for
torps.
that. Right. He wants at least 1 for that. My thought is, with only 4 minutes to go in the game, you
It's true, but
probably
if he
aren't
uses
going
the
to use
defensive,
both.
but if he uses the defensive
I need
fire now, the
intelligence
Malta
data.
sees it, and then he can come immediately back for him, and the defensive fire will still be on cooldown. So,
So instead, he gets a time extension.
yeah, all planned.
All planned, yeah. Okay. Outs. I guess at some point you gotta decide when you're gonna open up here. You got
I would
sap.
wait until I have the cap.
You got sap ready to go. I might try to use HE first to just trigger the DCP. I mean, look at all the pens.
Probably not worth it, but since the Malta's gonna melt so quickly that the DCP will not come off cooldown.
I see this. Wow.
Malta has no
Torpedo
armor.
2 time has been reloaded. What?
He got a Confederate.
Oh, you've got Halsey on this too, of course.
Victory is in sight.
There's a 300k
Uh-huh.
casual.
Casual 300k.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
And here comes the AP bomb. AP bombers?
Maybe the
Griffin,
Malta had
North
nothing
Carolina.
else left. Like, I know there were not many drops left.
Lol. Rip the Malta.
Enemy aircraft carrier sunk.
Hey, you finally get your first kill after farming all the damage.
I know, right? So now it's just a
It
Bilal
would have been
left.
kinda hilarious if you didn't get that kill and have like a 300,000 damage game with 0 kills.
True. Here's what I'd be more
Anti-aircraft gun
concerned
crews
about, the
are on
rockets.
normal alert.
Now you can use a defensive fire.
But he's on cooldown now. Lol. Oh, they all died. Oof. That's gotta piss him off.
There was a big flak hit in there. Yeah, that Malta was not very good, I think.
Oh well.
Much obliged, Commander.
Lay the boat, Zath, and Grunty recommends unless people knocking off snowflakes. I mean, and then you know, there's all the arguments in chat because it's fun.
I mean, so my reason for if you want to play it open water gunboat
Good luck
the way
and
he
fair
plays it,
seas.
I would just recommend that you play the Lucian instead in the same way.
But Lucian doesn't
Because
have
it doesn't
smoke.
have the smoke anyway, and you get a heal.
Okay.
And
right.
the DPM is like, okay, you don't get SAP, but you do get some more usable torpedoes, and it's probably a
should
bit
head
easier
here.
to play than the Sherman. That way.
You should be hydroing, by the way. You've got 40 seconds until the end of the game. You might as well just hydro in case of a luck chuck torpedo or something. Or you never know, you might be on top of him and you detect him that way. There you go.
It's absolutely great game here.
Yeah.
I'm still baffled though that by how little you got shot back.
You've almost, well, he's almost at 1 million potential. But yeah.
1 million potential damage at tier 10 in an open water gunboat? isn't that much.
All right, well, let's take a look at your post-battle results screens. Hey, look, this time it worked. 1 million credits earned. You must have had some boosters going. 821 shell hits.
Only a
Wow.
million, huh? Green booster, I suppose.
First place by far on your team. Wow.
Shout out to your submarines for being
Why?
in the battle.
Oh, for being in the battle. You fired 754 shells, and you actually hit. That's a really good hit rate. It's a really good hit rate.
I mean, yes. But most of the shots were done at battleships and that carrier in the end, right?
True.
Big targets that are rather easy to hit. And I was right, that was a green booster.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at the replay render. Like I said, with a lot of SFNL's games, these are things that you probably aren't going to be able to reproduce yourself.
No, you won't.
It's like
playing
it's
a
like,
ship like that. Right, keep going.
It's like Rob's game where we called it "Don't try this at home," but like for different reasons. I mean,
Yeah. You need to be very, very confident in your ship and your ability to pull open water Sherman off like that.
Yeah, his random games are like the co-op slaughters that you send in Cthulhu, right? But I do like that you know when you're going to the island initially, right? The idea there is you can shoot something, but not much can shoot back at you. I mean, that's just smart. That's good positioning, and I think he's able then to take advantage of that into, well, frankly, so much else. It's crazy though, because when I play Sherman, I probably would want another smoke, but he's not doing that. He's just open watering and doesn't care. It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's
Look at that Sherman
like
just
if you
melt.
go for the open water gunboat with the no concealment and the fearless brawler, taking a superintendent on top is kind of counterproductive. Plus, you need the points.
Well, that's the thing. You're one or the other. You're not really going for both, you know? Oh my god, SF, gifting some stuff. Thank you, SF. Happy holidays to you too, dude. It's really nice of you, man.
SFNL1 gifted Rican a subscription. SFNL1
Like, yeah, it's just
gifted a
crazy.
tier
Like
one
that the
sub to
Yamato
Rican.
like didn't even try to shoot you there. Or
There's Stevie and his little plushy buddy, his little boy. Happy holidays. Gifting subs to Recan, Lazur, Spider,
SFNL1 gifted Lahuza
and Tana,
subscription.
and Babadon
SFNL1 gifted a tier 1 sub to
but
Lahuza.
if you look at it, like the open water gunboat thing in the ship, it makes some sense because like whenever I play the ship and I try to smoke up in a position where I want to farm the enemy battleships,
SFNL1 gifted
bam, vision
Spider
gone.
6 a
You don't have the
subscription.
problem if you play open
SFNL1
water and
gifted
you're
a tier
spotted
1 sub to
yourself, right?
Spider
Yeah,
6.
exactly. Kind of makes me want to try it, even though I know I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I do have a few
But I
spare
still think
21-point
the Lucian
captains.
is the better ship to do that. So,
SFNL1 gifted
Yes, but you
Fantanic
can't put
for
Halsey on
subscription.
Lucian.
SFNL1 gifted
no,
a
but
tier
you
1
can
sub to
put
Fantanic.
Sas and Bing.
on it. I don't have Halsey on Sherman anyway. I'm using a Russian Ovechkin that is also on my Groster boy.
Hey, you can do that. You can put dual
SFNL1
citizen
gifted
Ovechkin on.
Bob
Yeah.
Dobalina a subscription. SFNL1 gifted a tier 1 sub to Bob Dobalina.
So what are we going to call this game, guys? Also, don't try this at home? I mean...
Maybe, I don't know.
Exhibition?
I think you definitely need to make it clear that this is not something that an average player should probably try. They're more likely to fail than replicate this result.
I like Zeka. Don't try this anywhere. And maybe an underline under anywhere. Okay. Okay, tree sock! You love looking at the Sherman's render because it looks like lasers? Yeah, seriously, it's like, it looks like Star Trek, like the movie Star Trek, you know?
Like what's the reload with this? Like 1.1
1 point something.
something?
Yeah.
And with the adrenaline rush he had, he probably was under. And with Halsey Confer, he was under a second for sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Tree Sock, thank you for the sub, dude. Thank you for the resub. That's 26 months of support. Cheers, dude. Thank you much.
I'm just looking right now. I'm replicating the build and see what was it, like 25-ish%, right? Was the hit points?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Fearless Brawler active, the reload active, and Adrenaline Rush at 25%. Was probably lower than 25, to be honest. Reload 0.77 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
HE DPM 422,000, SAP DPM 633,000.
So the Sherman is one of those ships that you just can't allow to just sail around like what SF did. You either kill it or you leave it alone. One of the two. Okay. SF, thank you for sending the replay in, and thank you for supporting me in the channel. I really do appreciate this. I'm going to mark your Sejong. I want to get to some other replays, if you don't mind, but I'm going to mark your Sejong because of your gifted subs. We're going to do, or sorry, Jinan. We'll do your Jinan game Wednesday. Wednesday should be my next World of Warships stream, okay?
But the build makes perfect sense for this, by the way it is.
Yeah.
Because like you want the incoming fire alert to know when you're getting shot at if you play the open water. You also don't want the hydro mod, you want the engine protection because you need to protect your engine, so if you do get shot at, you don't want to lose it. I don't remember all of his signal flags, but I think I would probably drop the smoke flag and take a fire chance or the fire reduction flag instead. Just so you can relieve pressure from the BCP.
Sure. Jinan is totally broken now. Wargaming overbalanced it. Cool. Then take advantage of it now, right? Before it gets re-nerfed. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Let's go to the Stream Raider screen.